Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Coach Tripp. Thanks for watching the show, Local Sports Report, every Thursday night. My compadre over here, Coach Mark Hobley.
Hey, what's happening, guys? How y'all doing today?
Coach Hobbs, I call him. We got a special guest, an old mate of mine at Tate High School, coaching associate, Wes Summerford. Coach, congratulations on the new head coaching job, West Florida.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, thank y'all. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you taking time to have me on here today.
Oh, my gosh. We got so many things to talk about, Wes. I want to start so everybody gets to know you a little bit. You grew up around here. You went to Tate. Your older brother, Rhett, had some good backyard brawls, but your dad, Neil, was a coach, maybe still is coaching. Talk about growing up.
Yeah, man, it was just all competitive. Poor mom had to deal with 3 boys, and I know we tore up just about everything at mom and dad's house within a 20-year span. And so I think dad now, you know, he's up there in years, and he's trying to fix everything that me and Rhett tore up all those years. Poor guy.
You made the to-do mama's to-do list real long. That guy, right. My gosh. So you always grew up around sports, man. You and your older brother were playing. Talk about the sports you guys both played in. Talk about your dad coaching.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's so many memories. You know, we played from baseball in the backyard, and we had a screened-in pool, the tennis ball breaking the screen in, playing basketball in a hallway that's, you know, it's a typical hallway. It's not a big house, and it's typical hallway, and it's whoever can dunk it on those little basketball goals you used to get for Christmas. And then my dad really coached Rhett in baseball, and then he coached Rhett in football, and then he coached me in baseball. So it was kind of like once he got one bird ready to go to high school, the next guy came through and really coached me all the way from 4 years old all the way up to 14. And
wow.
Just a great atmosphere, man, but it was always competitive. It was always competitive.
Yeah, those hallway basketball games, you know, my brothers and I used to call it rugby basketball, and no blood, no foul, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right. There is no such thing as a foul. I got to throw one more in that we had a hallway, and we would I would think I was pitching. I think Rhett was acting like the catcher, and I overthrew him and hit a fish tank and flooded the hallway room. That is a true story. True as I'm sitting there.
Man, if you got that on video, that would have gone viral. All right, buddy, what did you learn being the head coach at Northview? Hobbs has a question about your state title game you guys went to a couple years ago. Talk about that state title game that you guys played. And we forget Jefferson, was that the running back you had? Jamarcus.
Yes.
Talk about how he's doing now, and talk about that state final team.
Yeah, just all the things you realize. I think the first thing is you realize how much different the head coach seat is. That was important for me going to Northview. And then the state run, you realize that it doesn't just take one practice, 2 practices, or 1 season, 2 season. It takes years to get that. I mean, that's a very special thing. There's a lot of guys that aren't fortunate enough to make that run. And I was fortunate enough to have some great players and great coaches surrounding me. And it was a very special year, but I can tell you we didn't start that run that year. Right. I think that started when I first got to Northview. And I think just when you look back at that process and everything it took, it was meant to be. And I credit that to the guys that came in my very first year. And that's going to be kind of a message I carry with me to West Florida as well, is that, guys, the things that you're doing now are going to be the things that pay off for generations to come. And where do you want West Florida to be in 3 to 5 years? And your work ethic is going to lead to younger guys having that same work ethic, good or bad.
Yeah, that's a good point, Coach. West Florida is a lot different than other high schools around here. There's no transfers, and that can be an advantage. Start them off as freshmen, set good habits before they get into bad habits. You build stronger, longer relationships with your players and coaches. You learn the system, and you learn to get along. I think those are the great attributes that West Florida and I'm sure you're looking forward to some of that.
Yeah, and I think I talked a little bit of this about my first interview as West Florida's head coach. Is that is something that is unique to West Florida, and it's not too common this day and time. To really build a relationship in any level, to build a relationship with your players, get to watch them grow and develop. Hit that first growth spurt, and even that second growth spurt. And I think that's some of the calling is why I loved West Florida and why it was appealing.
All right, Wes, I coached with you for a few years as position coaches. Do you still get involved in a position coach? And if you don't, what do you miss about position coaches, and which position do you miss?
Yeah, I think that I would miss it too much. Now, there was some years, like the state championship year, I took a step back and kind of just did the head coaching thing. I was fortunate to be able to get a whole staff on, but I missed it, Coach Tripp. I missed it, man, and I missed having that group. That every day I got to coach and mentor those guys, and so I'm getting back into a position. I did it last year, and I'll do it. This year coming up in West Florida, it's just too much of me. I'm kind of a player's coach, and I like to be around the players. That's the things that keep me going. It's not so much the other things.
What position? What position are you going to coach?
Right now, I'll be defensive back. So I learned everything from you, right?
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, Wesley, thank you for the flowers, brother. Just don't get beat deep, man. Hey, Wes, I'll come by and help you out any way I can, man. Just give you a little philosophy, right, on reads and everything. I'll be glad to help you out. All right, talk about your assistants, because they're critical. They spend all the time with the kids. Talk Ronnie Douglas. We had Coach Douglas on last week, and of course, he's, you're going to battle him over there at Milton, but he says, hire great assistants, delegate, and verify.
That's right. That's one of the many fine balancing task of a head coach. And, but I do firmly believe what Coach Douglas talked about too is you hire great assistants and you let them do their job. You don't get in their way. I think that's important with your assistant coaches. I think it's important with your players. You're there to lead them in the right direction, and then once they're able to do the task, you got to get out of their way and let them do their job, do what they're supposed to do.
Oh, awesome. Hobbs has a question for you, Sammy.
Just in case, the people out there are not familiar, Coach is driving from Northview to West Florida at this time. Yeah. So that's probably part of his responsibilities that he doesn't have to do. And so I don't think people realize he's just not on the highway. He has a job to do at Northview, take care of those kids. And then he has another responsibility to take care of some other kids at West Florida, which he's probably not getting compensated for. But don't take it lightly what this guy's doing here. And Coach, I was there in Tallahassee, and I saw what you had to play against those monsters from Hawthorne. And I want to personally appreciate what you and your kids did that night, because y'all had no business out there with those animals. And just to get out there and fight as hard as your guys did is a credit to you and to North Escambia County. People don't realize what kind of football you're playing up there. So we appreciate what you're doing, sir.
Hey, I appreciate that a lot. Like I said before, a lot of special people were involved in that process. And it was just a magical night, magical experience. And I can't thank that community enough of just, supporting me those years that I was up there.
Sammy, defense is king, brother. Right?
Yes,
I mean, I've been preaching that since 1979. And I think back to, that year when my high school team with George O'Leary, we gave up 33 points all year. And then the Super Bowl, with all this offense that's going on, defense ruled king, stopping the Kansas City machine. Defense still wins championships, right, Sammy?
Yes. And before you said that, I was gonna note the Super Bowl. The high flying Chiefs all season long ran into the Eagles defense, and man, that was what a defense performance. And Yeah, defense is still king. I still think that, offense sells tickets and defense wins championships.
Championships. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Absolutely. All right,
Yes,
let's
sir.
talk a little bit about your schedule coming up. Summy Bowl 3 against Rhett. It's rubber match.
Yeah.
It's actually 1-1. And
Yeah.
are they on your schedule this year?
They are. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
our second year in the rotation, so it'll flip flop, and I believe we're going up to Tate this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
How does
Yeah.
your schedule look? Is it set, or do you still got a couple openings to fill?
Yeah, it's set. It's kind of it's a little different. See, at Northview, I had to schedule all 10 games, and in Escambia County, we have to play each other. All the county schools do, and so really, I've only got 1 or 2, maybe 3 games that I can kind of move around. But yeah, it's set, Coach. It's just going to be a rotating thing. So whatever we played home last year will be away this year, and whatever was away is home. We've got more home games this year, so I'm looking forward to that.
Are you going to be the DC, or are you going to have your guy talk a little bit about your assistant coaches?
Yeah, I think right now where I'm at, we're still in the process. I don't really have a lot of particulars on who's there, but we're still in the process of hiring.
Okay.
I think where I'm sitting right now, I'm going to be the defensive coordinator,
Okay.
but that's kind of day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month.
Well, good luck, Summy.
Yeah.
Proud of
Hey,
you,
I
man.
appreciate it.
Yeah, watch out for you got Milton on the schedule?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Watch out for Coach Douglas, man. Hey, gotta try to stop that option, baby. If you can slow that down a little bit.
I know that's one of those offenses you practice all three times a year, spring, summer, and fall. So
spring.
That's a good idea in the spring. Spend a week or so on it, Subby. All right, man. I love you, man. I'm proud of you.
Congratulations, Coach. Man. Thank you for what you do for our kids. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Hobbs. I appreciate it.
See you, Tommy.
All right,
man. But Wes Summerford, new coach, West Florida. All right.
Yeah.
He's he's not the only one that has a new home this year. I think there's 7 openings.
Yes, sir.
Hobbs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We talked about West Florida and Summy West taking that job. We had Bobby Clayton on a couple of weeks ago, taking over at Catholic. Ronnie Douglas we had on last week, taking over at Milton. And Pace, Coach Kent Smith's son, is taking over there. So not much has changed probably in philosophy, style, practice, coaches, nothing much. Northview's now open. That Summy's gone. West Florida and Fort Walton Beach, where Bobby Clayton left, has been filled recently by a coach named Josh Pulliam. I don't know anything about him, but we'll do some research on them. Though 6 out of 7 openings are filled. Northview's open, and so that's what it looks like for high school football. So a lot of transition. This is what's going on. Basketball season, right? Hoop season.
All right.
Gosh, almost March Madness already in the middle of February.
Yes, sir.
But there's only one local team here in Pensacola that's left in the state playoffs, and that is Booker T. Washington girls team, coached by Jade Brown. Yeah,
congratulations,
really college-level coach. Man, colleges should be swarming to her door. She's in the regional final. Is it 6A? Yeah, 6A. Let's see. They're playing Gainesville High School. That's right, Gainesville tomorrow night at home. All right, over there in Washington. 5A. 5A. Yep, 6A is Niceville's in regional final in 6A against this. Do you know how to pronounce them? Turquoise Creek.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? They're actually in another semifinal in the boys 6A.
Sure.
Since Milton lost 68-55.
Yeah, the Milton boys lost to that school.
So yeah. In the Region 1 semifinals. Congratulations, Coach Joey Nieves. They finished 28 district champs. Another good show, and they went farther than anybody else in boys basketball. So let's pull for Coach Brown's team tomorrow. Yeah, Coach Wade Brown. What a great coach. They got that 6'2", 6'3" girl that's highly ranked in D1 schools going after her. So good luck to them tomorrow night. That about wraps up local sports report, Rob. Not much else. So I want to thank Summy for coming on. Thanks for hanging out with us, Hobbs. And thanks for watching Local Sports Report. I'm your host, Coach Tripp. If you like the show, share it. Okay, here on Coach's Corner, we always try to inspire and educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, and the body to act. See you, everybody. Stay tuned for these important messages. Without these great sponsors, this just wouldn't be possible.
Arbitrium Consulting for all your fencing, landscaping, pressure washing, tree trimming needs. Call 850-483-0350 for your free estimates. Serving Pensacola, Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Fort Walton, Destin, Perdido, Gulf Shores, Foley, and the entire Gulf Coast. Arbitrium Consulting is owner-operated, fully licensed and insured. Call today, 850-483-0350, the official landscaper of Coach's Corner.
Hey, Bama fans, this is Will Moore, president of the Pensacola Bama Club. You can find us at PensacolaBamaClub.com. We are your official alumni chapter in the Pensacola and surrounding areas. Membership is available to all alumni and all Bama fans, so come see us at one of our many events throughout the year. Our Bama football watch parties are the next best thing to being in Bryant-Denny Stadium. We even serve authentic stadium hot dogs. Membership, event, and contact information will be found on our website at PensacolaBamaClub.com. Roll Tide.
For 30 years, you have seen the orange Beck signs all over the Gulf Coast listing a property for sale or lease. Beck Partners is your trusted advisor in commercial real estate, property management, commercial and personal insurance. Senior Vice President David Valletto has been with Beck Partners since 1989. Take advantage of his wealth of knowledge by calling him today at 982-7352. 982-7352. Extensive experience in all aspects of leasing, sales, management, and site selection will make sure your expectations are exceeded.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on your home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Will Rentschler is your go-to agent in Pensacola, Florida for the service you deserve at the price that you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Will Rentschler has you covered. Call 850-433-4678 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Legal disclaimer, individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.